Right now at 5, some closure for the family members of a Marine veteran and father of 6 killed by a drunk driver as the man responsible begins his sentence.
Also, word of a decision today from the Wisconsin Elections Commission regarding a recall petition against Wisconsin Assembly Speaker Robin Vos.
And we're digging into a possible delay on the construction of travel center giant Buc-ee's as it tries to hammer out a cost-sharing deal with officials in DeForest. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Before we get to those top stories, we begin tonight with some breaking news.
Dodge County Sheriff's Office is conducting a search for a missing woman.
Authorities are searching for 37-year-old Crystal Rash. You're taking a live look right now at a news conference that is just about to begin as authorities are set to release information on the search. As of now, details released in this investigation are very limited, but officials are saying they're not asking volunteers to assist in this search. In fact, in a press release, they are urging that people avoid the area.
Also developing tonight, a second youth inmate at Lincoln Hills School has been charged in the fatal assault of a staff member.
Armand Rahman joins us now live in the newsroom with more details. Armand.
Eric and Susan, investigators with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office arrested 17-year-old Ryan Nyblom and charged him with felony murder and 2 counts of battery by prisoners as party to a crime in connection with the assault that ultimately killed 49-year-old Corey Prue. This one day after his fellow inmate, 16-year-old Javarius Hurd, was charged with second-degree reckless homicide. According to officials, Nyblom was incarcerated in the same unit as Hurd at the time of the assault that happened Monday night at the Lincoln Hills School in Irma, and Prue died from his injuries on Tuesday. And Nyblom is being held at the Lincoln County Jail on a $20,000 cash bond.
Armand, thank you. A live look now at the Beltline. A beautiful day across southern Wisconsin. Temperatures in the 70s for most of the day and quiet as well. Something we really haven't been able to say in recent months now as summer is in full swing.
But we'll be back to reality soon. Some rain is on the way. Let's get a check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Hey, Susan. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it back to reality. Our reality of southern Wisconsin in 2024. Storms, 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 rain, 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 and there's more rain on the way. How much can you expect by Saturday morning? Anywhere between a half to 3/4 of an inch of rain widespread across southern Wisconsin. Could be some isolated higher amounts as we are expecting showers and thunderstorms as we move further into Friday. We even have the clouds filling in out ahead of that weather system right now, helping to hold the temperatures down to 73 in Madison, still at 76 in the Wisconsin River Valley out towards Boscobel and out towards Prairie du Chien. We've got 75 to the north up towards Juneau and Adams counties, and our friends down in Monroe in Greene County, we're sitting at 73 degrees. Here in Dane County, a lot of 73s, a couple 74s, got a 76 in McFarland right now. That seems to be the warm spot as of 5 o'clock. Planning the rest of your night tonight. We'll be slowly going down through the 70s into the 60s. So it will be a mild night tonight. It will be cloudy. Then those showers and thunderstorms come knocking on the door at 6 o'clock on your Friday morning. Coming up in Maine weather, I'll track us beyond 6 o'clock in the morning through the entire rain event.
All right, Alex, thank you. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos will not face a recall election in August. The Wisconsin Elections Commission decided today that petitioners did not have enough signatures to trigger the vote. The recall Vos camp said they'd collected 16 more signatures than they needed to trigger the vote, but today the WEC threw out 188 of them, saying they were collected after the deadline. The commission voted 4-2, a bipartisan vote, to find the petition insufficient to trigger a recall vote.
Meanwhile, the same meeting, a group of people are asking WEC member Bob Spindell to resign after falsely declaring former President Trump won Wisconsin back in 2020. Spindell and 9 other Republicans tried to serve as an alternate slate of presidential electors and cast their ballots for Trump after he lost the 2020 election to President Biden. To settle a lawsuit over the scheme, they acknowledged that a majority of Wisconsin voters chose Biden and that their actions were used in an effort to overturn the president's victory.
A live look right now at the debate stage in Atlanta. We're less than 3 hours away from the first presidential debate of 2024. President Biden and former President Trump will face off at 8 p.m. tonight. It is the earliest general election presidential debate in U.S. history and the first time a former president and a sitting president are going head-to-head. Both presumptive nominees will lay out their records to the American people. President Biden's aides say he plans to paint Trump as too dangerous for the White House. He'll also argue Trump would cut taxes taxes for the rich and take away abortion rights. On the Republican side, Trump's aides are urging him to focus on crime, immigration, and the economy, issues where he is leading in the polls. But in the end, policies may not be what wins this debate.
Many Americans are tuning in to see how Joe Biden looks and how Donald Trump acts, and do they have the capacity to lead?
In addition to policy talk, Hall says viewers will be paying attention to both men's energy and decorum. New CBS News polling shows voters planning to watch the debate live are mostly looking to see how Biden and Trump perform, with 20% saying the debate will help them decide how to vote.
The debate comes on the heels of a new Marquette Law School poll, the first poll on Wisconsin voters since Donald Trump's conviction on those felony counts in New York. It shows Trump and Biden tied at 50% among registered voters. Back in April, Trump led Biden. This poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 4.6 percentage points. Among likely voters, President Biden leads Donald Trump 51-49. Trump also led Biden in that group in April. That poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 4.9 points.
And the eyes of Wisconsin will be on the debate tonight as our state is set to become center stage in the presidential race in the coming weeks. Democratic Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez, speaking for the state party today, says she'll be watching from Green Bay and says voters need to see the results on the Wisconsin economy under President Biden and to pay close attention to what the candidates say tonight.
I do think it's important to be able to have debates early on and continue through the campaign cycle so people can start paying attention to what the policies are and the type of leadership style that you want to see out of the president.
And here's another reminder. News 3 Now and CBS News will provide live coverage tonight of the CNN presidential debate. Again, it'll start at 8 p.m. Central Time. In addition, you can watch the CNN presidential debate on Channel 3000 Plus, also on our website, channel3000.com, and on all of our streaming platforms.
The family of a veteran killed in a drunk driving crash is receiving some justice tonight.
And the man convicted of the crime starts his sentence today. Meryl Hubbard is back from the hearing with how the family wants their father remembered. Meryl?
Yeah, Eric and Susan, we're hearing from the daughters of David Street tonight because they say they want their story to have an impact on others. David was a United States veteran, a loving father to 5 daughters and 1 son. He was killed in April of last year when one driver under the influence of drugs and alcohol hit him head on along the interstate near Cottage Grove.
Okay, let's say a prayer.
Go ahead, Catherine.
We pray and we pray for healing.
Healing is their biggest battle after their father died last year when a driver under the influence of drugs and alcohol hit him head on.
My father's death was 100% preventable.
His name was David Street. He was a U.S. veteran, father of 6 kids, and his family calls him a jack of all trades.
Seriously, people loved him, right? He could talk to anybody. He was kind.
David had 5 daughters, and every single one of them took the stand today to give their testimony.
He brought laughter and light to every room he entered. He was always willing to offer a helping hand to his children, who were by a long shot his pride and joy.
They talked about how goofy their father was.
But look at the song.
Because his door was closed.
Shake your rump to the funk.
Okay.
Shake your rump to the funk.
They talked about how their father served honorably in the Marine Corps and that when he was home, he was a brilliant baker.
But my favorite things was his homemade cake.
Testimony after testimony, tear after tear, one thing was for sure. David is irreplaceable.
So he was one of a kind. I think that what makes it so hard for us is that nobody I've ever met was like him.
The hearing went on for a couple of hours until the driver that hit David heard his sentence. 28-year-old Jesse Boley will spend 8 years behind bars with 5 additional years of extended supervision.
After hearing it, and I think my sister shared the same sentiment as me. It feels the same. It feels like our dad's still dead. So it feels like nothing's changed.
Although the judge delivered a just sentence, the reality is the Street family will need time to heal and to accept a life without their dad.
Your choices matter, that the things that you do matter, including, when you think nobody's watching.
David's daughters hope their story will show people that actions have reactions and that driving under the influence can change the lives of many.
Meryl, thank you. Texas-based travel center Buc-ee's, you probably have heard, has plans to build its first ever Wisconsin location in DeForest.
And in anticipation of the new stop here in the Midwest, we paid a visit to Buc-ee's back in November down in Texas, but now financial hurdles are slowing down those plans a bit to bring Buc-ee's up north. Maddie Himes joins us now with more details. Maddie?
Yeah, Susan, Eric, we've been counting down the days for that Buc-ee's to break ground, and now it seems like we'll be counting even longer. Unsettled negotiations between Buc-ee's and the village of DeForest getting in the way.
Up until this point, it's always been a proposal. It hasn't been a sure thing yet.
The mega center paid $4.2 million in April of 2023 with plans to start building in 2024. But now, in light of negotiations, DeForest Village Administrator Bill Chang says that start date is unlikely.
The way I just don't see that there's enough time in 2024 for all of that to happen.
The negotiations stem from the village and the retailer sharing the costs of highway improvements around the site.
Generally, when a new development comes in, it's policy and practice that the business takes on the cost of development. That way we don't allocate that cost to taxpayers.
Chang says the financing negotiations put construction at a standstill.
There's certain things that need to happen before they can break ground.
If the company does move forward with a groundbreaking, DeForest can expect the 75,000 square foot lot to host 120 gas pumps, create 200 new jobs, and of course, serve tons of Texas-inspired eats.
And I cannot wait because yes, you're ready. You just don't know it yet.
But for now, that plan is an if, not a when.
It's too early to say right now. There are these hurdles that we'll have to get through. And then ultimately, Buc-ee's needs to make a decision whether or not they want to come to DeForest.
Chang says even with negotiations up in the air, he's confident that the chain will make its way to Wisconsin one way or another.
All right, well, stay tuned, Maddie. Thank you. Just ahead at 5, Chief Meteorologist Alex Arrington. He'll be back his complete first warn forecast.
And it comes as many of you are starting your July 4th holiday. We'll look at the massive numbers of those traveling today and what's expected in the days ahead.
And a check of the markets, the Dow Jones jumping 36 points in Thursday trading. The NASDAQ up 53.5. S&P 500 gains 5, and we'll be right back.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 36-pound bags of estate lawn fertilizer, $29.99. And select dog treats are on sale, 20% off. In a rush? Place your orders online at farmandfleet.com and pick your items up in our convenient drive-thru in just 1 hour.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit.
And we're experts in all of it, so no matter why you run, your best race starts here.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
On the next Buzz in Madison, we're continuing our dairy farm celebration up here in Wisconsin Dells at Walk-Era Farms. We're going to meet Allie and hear all about the Walker Dairy story and meet this sweet girl. That's next on Buzz in Madison.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures. Those of us in the middle class are getting crushed right now. The biggest corporations jack up prices on everything, and then they don't even pay their share of taxes. It's total bull, to be honest. But President Biden's plan closes the corporate tax loopholes and uses that money to protect Social Security and invest in clean energy to drive down our costs. It also caps prices on prescription drugs. The president's plan stops the corporate giveaways and lowers costs for us.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Coming up at 6, efforts to recall Assembly Speaker Robin Vos fell short. We show you why the petition was unsuccessful and what it means for future elections. Then learn how to spot the red flags of scammers targeting tornado-ravaged areas. That's tonight at 6.
When temperatures rise, water parks make a big splash. But what about days like this?
I'm going beyond the barometer in Wisconsin Dells, showing how the weather impacts the daily operations of the water park capital of the world.
Tonight at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now, voted Station of the Year 2023 by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Welcome back, everyone. Too bad it's so cloudy on the west side of Madison today because it's National Sunglasses Day, which is a great reminder to make your optical health a priority. And when you go out looking for shades to protect your eyes, it's important to remember that all sunglasses are not created equal. SSM Health ophthalmologist Shahed Gogawala says you should try to make sure you pick lenses with the correct protective coating.
You could have a lighter colored yellow tint, but it can provide you more protection if it has the UVA and B stickers than a darker set of glasses that you get, let's say, at a Quick Trip.
Experts also say don't forget about your kids. During the summer months, they're outside generally a lot more than adults, and they also need eye protection from the sun.
And the Wisconsin DNR says boaters will see more wardens and law enforcement on the water during the holiday weekend next week. From July 4th to the 6th, Operation Dry Water. It's back to look to educate boaters on safe practices and sober boating. Anyone operating a boat while impaired will be removed from the water. Operating a vessel while impaired, of course, is illegal on all bodies of water. The DNR recommends operators take an online boater education course prior to operating a boat on the 4th. The travel rush for the 4th is already underway, especially in the skies above. The Federal Aviation Administration predicts today will be the busiest air travel day of the year so far, with nearly 54,000 flights expected to take off today and tens of thousands more in the coming days. The FAA Administrator Michael Whitaker discussed summer air travel on CBS Mornings and how the agency navigates around bad weather.
We have a command center in Virginia that coordinates among all the centers and with the airlines to make sure we're routing traffic around thunderstorms. That's the main concern this type of year. We've opened up some additional routes. The military gives us some extra airspace to use. We open new routes over the Gulf of Mexico and some higher altitude routes. So we try to keep that mix going, but if the storms act up, it will result in delays.
TSA expects to screen more than 32 million people from today through Monday, July 8th. That's about a 5% jump from last year's July 4th holiday.
Well, if you're flying tonight or tomorrow, you might have some rain to contend with. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington's watching the radar. Hi, Alex.
Hey there, Susan. Where is this weather system we've been talking about here for the past couple of days? It'll impact us on Friday with that rain just knocking on our doorstep over portions of Minnesota and Iowa. This rain is expected to fizzle as it moves towards Wisconsin. We have plenty more rain and thunderstorm chances on the way here with our weather track. We got a weather system that's over the eastern foothills of the Rocky Mountains that's going to cause widespread severe weather stretching from North Dakota, South Dakota, down into the Great Plains, down into Nebraska and Kansas tonight. And it's that weather system that's going to be making its way off to the east. Clouds out ahead of that weather system, cool temperatures relative to where we've been this year, and our normal highs are right around 80. We're well below that. 73, 73, 72, 76 in southwestern Wisconsin, so low to mid 70s. I doubt there'll be any complaints, though. We've had all that humid, hot weather, and this is pretty refreshing comparatively. I was just out on the patio, and I can even have the jacket on outside. 74 in McFarland, and then we've got a lot of 73s in Verona, Cross Plains, and Mount Horeb also off towards the west. Planning the rest of your night here, Dane County, temperatures swinging down through the 60s. The clouds will continue to be thickening up and up and up as we head towards tomorrow. Then the shower chances and the storm chances will move in. That's part of our 3 things you need to know. Quiet tonight, scattered storms on Friday. We'll talk about the severe weather risk here in a moment. cooler by the time we get to Sunday. Here are the showers and storms, mainly from Madison, points off towards the north and west at 7 o'clock. Widespread showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Friday. That rule of thumb I always talk about, when you have a lot of showers and storms, if you can't get some breaks, get some sunshine, it doesn't allow the heat to really build up as much as you may need for widespread redevelopment of thunderstorms. Nonetheless, Future Track showing some thunderstorms coming back into southern Wisconsin Friday evening. One or two of these storms could be on the stronger side. Gusty winds would be the main threat. As we move further into Saturday, those showers and storms move on out. Winds will increase from the northwest, and it will be a warm day on Saturday. Not so warm, though, on Sunday. How much water, Alex? 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch. We could see some areas that get a little bit more persistent thunderstorm activity Friday night, maybe getting upwards of an inch. Got a widespread marginal risk. This would be for gusty winds on Friday and Friday evening. Thinking the threat right now overall is low. With a lot of clouds and a lot of rain around, that lowers the severe weather threat. Although I'll be tuning in tonight at 6, and then Blaze will be here at 10, and Kelly will be here tomorrow morning. If we think we're going to start to get more breaks in the skies, get a little bit warmer, that thunderstorm threat may go up a little bit on Friday for more than just isolated strong winds. We'll keep an eye, though, on that right now. Not thinking alert day conditions worthy at this point in time because of the isolated nature of the severe weather expected. Speaking of severe weather, 2024 is falling in line here to be somewhere between, let's say, 5 and the 10th most tornadoes we've ever experienced in a year. We're sitting somewhere between 36 to 39 tornadoes at this point in time. And we're only at the end of June. July and August can also produce, and actually going clear up into September and October as well, can produce tornadoes as well. The rest of our forecast as we cool down on Sunday, 70 degrees, warmer next week as we head towards the 4th of July. Overnight lows in the mid-60s, so a little bit on the muggy side with on and off storm chances. A little bit of traffic here, slow go on the south part of the Beltline right now, between 30 and 50 miles per hour to the south and towards the east, right around 70 miles per hour eastbound and northbound on I-39, and going on further to the north and towards the west, we're at about 70 miles per hour as we head up towards the Wisconsin Dells, and we will be seeing a rainy scene, Susan and Eric, as we go into Friday on our area roadways. So the windshield wipers will be going probably this time tomorrow night.
All right, Alex, thank you. Next at 5, we'll go to the City of Light. How Paris is making final preparations for the Olympic Games just a month before the opening ceremony.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Now, don't you worry. I'm going to take real good care of your windows.
You need the experts at Feldco. Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2026. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast so you can enjoy your new windows all summer long. 2-for-1 windows and Sunday. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco. This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge.
Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Performances begin July 9th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
We're looking for 200 homeowners this month interested in getting new landscape borders. Our cutting-edge materials and installation process ensures that your borders will not fade, discolor, or disconnect and will look beautiful for years to come. All covered by our extensive lifetime warranty. Visit the website or call the number for your new borders today.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results
immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all.
And my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's biggest sale of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, it's coming up fast. Just 1 month to go until the Olympic Games in Paris, where the world's greatest athletes will compete amid iconic landmarks and a lot of history.
But there are security concerns at the event that is attracting millions of visitors. Lee Canary has more from London.
The City of Light, transforming venue by venue, ring by ring, for the Paris 2024 Olympics.
We are on the final stretch of our preparation, and we have one message to the world: get ready for games like no others.
Emily may not be in Paris, but Anna is. The fashion capital of the world paid homage to the Olympic Games last week. Paris expects to welcome 15 million visitors. History will be made when teams float down the Seine River in the opening ceremony, a first outside a stadium. And more than a dozen Olympic venues have been built in the city center. Police have mobilized 30,000 security forces. Their main concern isn't crowds, but lone wolves. The possibility that members of ISIS in Syria, Iraq, or Afghanistan could inspire attacks, Paris's police chief said. Last month, a Chechen man was arrested for planning an attack at the Olympic soccer stadium. And Paris has seen mass protests in recent weeks, leading up to snap parliamentary elections. President Macron said he hopes people vote for his party, the people who've been preparing for the Games for 7 years. Win or lose, the Olympic Games will go on, and athletes at the top of their game will take a bit of France home with them. Each medal contains a piece of iron from the Eiffel Tower itself. Lee Canary, CBS News, London.
Nielsen predicts the U.S. team will dominate the overall medal count at the Games, with China as its toughest competitor. A final check of your First Warn forecast. Well, from the bug cam, there's the bug convention.
Oh, my goodness. Susan, clean it.
When we come back.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Stay cool this summer with portable air conditioners from Pelonis. They're easy to install and adjust and feature 3-in-1 comfort, meaning they cool, dehumidify, and ventilate. Pick one up for $177.99 after rebate. Transform your home with top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Get this Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator today for $11.98. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too.
And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other.
That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Buck and Honey's for Best Restaurant, Best Catering, Best New Restaurant, and Best Outdoor Dining. Vote online for Buck and Honey's today.
This month, we're looking for 200 homeowners interested in getting a new fence. We're offering up to $1,000 off, plus an upgrade of up to 10 free solar caps. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. Call now or visit the website for your new fence today.
On the next Buzzed Into Madison, we're continuing our dairy farm celebration up here in Wisconsin Dells at Walk Era Farms. We're going to meet Allie and hear all about the Walker Dairy story and meet this sweet girl. That's next on Buzzed Into Madison.
So this is one of our willow boxes. This is just filled with some of the things that we had started gathering for her while I was pregnant.
Yep.
Here's her little baby book. This was the outfit that she was gonna maybe wear home from the hospital. All of these. This is the blanket that she was in. And these are her little footprints.
It's okay.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Madison Mallards Baseball brings you a night of fireworks on the base paths, and after the game is over, join us for the Mallards Pride Night, Friday, June 28th against the Green Bay Rockers, with fireworks after the game. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, the high stakes in tonight's 2024 debate as Donald Trump and President Biden meet face-to-face in what is the earliest presidential debate in history. What we're expecting in their fight for voters. That and more headlines tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Alex is back. Final check of the forecast.
More rain on the way. I know that's probably not what a lot of folks in southern Wisconsin want to hear. We're looking at anywhere between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch of water Friday going on into Friday night. But we do have some dry time in the forecast as well. A little bit about the severe weather threat, looking at a lot of clouds and rain. That should keep the Friday severe weather threat low, but the First Warning Weather Team will be keeping a close eye on that. If we do get some strong storms tomorrow, gusty winds would be the main threat and heavy rainfall.
All right, Alex, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.